Have you ever noticed how women seem magnetically drawn to men who ignore them? It's like there's a secret code you just can't crack. And while you strive to be attentive, kind, and present, that guy who barely texts back gets all her attention. Today, I'm going to reveal the shocking truth behind this phenomenon using Nietzsche's philosophy, and I guarantee that after this, you'll never feel invisible again. Pay attention. This dynamic isn't a coincidence. It's pure applied psychology. Studies show there's a clear pattern of attraction that few men understand. And the worst part? Most try to fake disinterest, which only makes them look more pathetic. You know the feeling. You text her, and she takes hours to reply. You ask her out, and she always has plans. But when you finally give up and pull away, suddenly she seems interested. Frustrating, right? Come on, wake up to reality. The problem is, you're playing the wrong game. You think showing interest and availability will win her over, but in reality, you're communicating something entirely different from what you imagine. You're saying without words that your worth depends on her approval. And that, my friend, is the kiss of death for any attraction. Nietzsche understood this over a century ago. After a decade diving deep into his philosophy and applying these principles to male development, I noticed ultra-rare patterns that completely transform the dynamics of attraction. These are secrets almost no one notices, but they make all the difference. I'll show you exactly how it works. First, you need to understand the concept of the will to power. Nietzsche taught that human beings naturally seek to expand their power and influence. It's not about dominating others, but about mastering oneself. When a woman sees a man who clearly masters his own life, his desires, and his emotions, something primal awakens in her. Does that make sense to you? Now comes the part that will change everything. I'm going to reveal the 5 signs that show when a man has developed this genuine will to power and why it generates instant attraction. Pay close attention because few apply this correctly. Sign number 1. Absence of the need for validation. It's not about ignoring women. It's about not needing their approval to feel complete. When you stop seeking external validation, something magical happens. You become like a lighthouse in the middle of the ocean. You don't chase the ships, but your constant, unwavering light naturally draws them in. Imagine yourself at a party. The music is pumping, the atmosphere is electric, but you're not there trying to impress anyone. You're genuinely enjoying the moment, talking about your passions, laughing with friends. Suddenly you notice curious glances coming your way, not because you tried to get attention, but because you simply exist in your own orbit. Remember, intrinsic value. Can you feel the difference? Sign number 2. A purpose greater than any relationship. Women are biologically programmed to seek men with direction in life. When your purpose is greater than any individual woman, you communicate power without saying a word. Nietzsche called this self-overcoming. It's having goals so clear that nothing sways you from your path. Think of Elon Musk building rockets. Do you think he's checking his phone for texts every 5 minutes, waiting for someone to reply? Of course not. He's busy changing the world, and that, my friend, is irresistible. I'm not telling you to build rockets. But you need to have something that moves you deeply, something that makes you jump out of bed in the morning. When a woman perceives that you have this inner fire, she wants to be part of that journey. Now pay attention to this truth. Intrinsic value attracts. Does it make sense now? Sign number 3. Complete emotional autonomy. Here's a secret almost no one notices. Men whom women find irresistible don't emotionally depend on anyone. They are their own source of well-being. When you can be happy on your own, being with someone becomes a choice, not a necessity. Nietzsche spoke about the Übermensch, the one who creates his own values. In the context of attraction, this means not letting your mood depend on how she treats you. Did she reply to your text? Great. Didn't she? Life goes on. You have more important things happening. I once knew a guy who exemplified this perfectly. He set up a date, and the woman cancelled last minute. You know what he did? He simply said no worries and went to do what he had already planned to do by himself. 2 weeks later, she was begging for another chance. Genuine self-confidence. Do you see the pattern? Sign number 4. The ability to say no. This is an absolute game changer. Men who can't say no communicate desperation. It's like an internal female radar that immediately detects when you're willing to sacrifice everything for crumbs of attention. Studies show that the ability to set clear boundaries is one of the greatest indicators of male value. When you say no to something that doesn't align with your values or schedule, you're demonstrating will to power in action. I'll give you a practical example. She wants you to cancel your plans with friends to see her. If you always give in, you're communicating that your life revolves around her. But when you keep your commitments, it shows that you have a structured life that she needs to respect. That's not being a jerk. That's having self-respect. Always remember that. Can you see how this changes everything? Sign number 5. Effortless magnetic presence. This is the most subtle and powerful of all. It's about being completely present in the moment without seeming like you're trying to impress. It's the difference between the guy who brags all the time and the one who is simply interesting by nature. Nietzsche taught about living authentically. In the context of attraction, it means stopping performing and starting simply being. When you stop trying to seem interesting and start genuinely taking an interest in the world around you, your presence becomes magnetic. It's like the difference between an actor memorizing lines and someone genuinely living the moment. One seems forced, the other is mesmerizing. Women feel this difference instantly. It's a kind of body language dance that happens on a non-verbal level. Genuine attraction is born here. Does that make sense to you? Now I'm going to reveal the framework I use to develop these 5 signs. I call it the Axis of Authentic Attraction, or AAA. There are 3 fundamental pillars that need to be aligned. Existence, having a clear purpose and passions that drive you independently of any woman. It's about building a life you love living on your own. When you have that, sharing your life becomes a privilege, not a necessity. Autonomy, not needing external validation to feel complete. It's developing an internal source of self-esteem that doesn't depend on likes, texts, or approval. You become your own judge and jury. Action, being proactive and decisive in all areas of life. Not waiting for things to happen, but making them happen. Taking initiative without needing guarantees. Acting based on your values, not your fears. When these 3 elements are aligned, you become naturally attractive, not because you're ignoring women, but because you've developed self-confidence so solid that the need for validation simply disappears. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't this just about being a jerk or playing manipulative games? That's the most common objection I hear. And the answer is an absolute no. The goal was never to manipulate or be disinterested on purpose. It's about developing genuine self-confidence that makes you magnetically attractive. See, there's a crucial difference between toxic indifference and genuine self-confidence. The guy who ignores on purpose is faking it. He's creating a facade. And believe me, women spot that fakery from a mile away. It's like a cheap knockoff perfume trying to imitate an original. But when you genuinely have a full life, clear purpose, and emotional autonomy, you don't need to ignore anyone. You simply exist on a different level. And that, my friend, is irresistible. Always remember that. The will to power that Nietzsche described isn't about power over others. It's about power over yourself. It's about becoming the best possible version of yourself. And when you achieve that, the dynamics of attraction change completely. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop begging for attention and start commanding presence. You stop feeling invisible and start shining with your own light. That's ultra rare these days. Most men remain stuck in the cycle of seeking validation, trying to impress, sacrificing their essence for crumbs of attention. They don't understand that the more they chase, the more they push away. The more they try to please, the less attractive they become. But you don't have to be like them. You have access to this knowledge now. You have the roadmap to develop your will to power and completely transform your dating and social life. The question is, will you apply it, or will you continue in the same cycle of frustration? Pay attention, because this is important. Developing these 5 signs doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent inner work. It requires courage to stop seeking external validation. It requires discipline to maintain your purpose even when the temptation to give in appears. But the results are worth every second invested. Imagine waking up knowing that your worth doesn't depend on anyone. Imagine interacting with women without that anxiety of needing to impress. Imagine having options because you've become genuinely attractive, not because you're faking disinterest. This is possible, and it starts now. Don't continue stuck in a cycle of frustration and insecurity. This is a rare opportunity to apply deep philosophical insights to transform your life in a lasting way. Most never understand this, but you can start today. The first step is simple. Identify an area of your life where you seek external validation. It could be at work, on social media, in relationships. Then consciously practice acting based on your internal values, not on others' approval. Every small victory in that direction strengthens your will to power. Every moment you choose your purpose over validation, you become more magnetic. It's a transformation process that starts from within. Remember the lighthouse. You don't chase the ships. Your constant, unwavering light naturally draws them in your direction. Be that lighthouse. Develop your own light, and watch how the world around you starts responding differently. If this content resonated with you, hit that like button now, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Do it now before you forget, because in the next video, I'll dive even deeper into these concepts and show practical techniques to accelerate your development. You deserve to live with genuine self-confidence. You deserve to be valued for who you truly are. You deserve to attract naturally without games or manipulation, and now you have the knowledge to make that happen. The choice is yours.